Hi, I'm Margie Bissinger. I'm a physical therapist and integrative health coach.
And I'm Craig Bissinger. I'm an OB/GYN physician.
And we're here today because we wanted to share some really interesting information about blood sugar. Both Craig and I were so shocked at our recent blood work when we saw that our numbers were starting to get into the pre-diabetic range. And we really couldn't understand why. We both eat very healthy, and we were really curious. So there was one option, which was that we could monitor it through the finger stick, where you stick yourself and then you test your blood sugar before you eat, after you eat, several times a day. Or there was another option, and the other option was something called the Libre, and that is this little device. We both are wearing them
Right here.
Right here. It's a little device that's so simple. You just put it right on you just stick it on. It's a needle, but you don't feel it at all. You completely feel nothing. Didn't even hurt going in. And you wear this for 2 weeks. And what happens, you get readings of your blood sugar. So here's how it works. For me, it's an app on my phone. And so you see the little yellow up here? That's the app. And when you go to the app, it shows you a graph. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. A graph of what your blood sugar has been in the past, I think 24 hours. It shows you your average. But to check it, then you press check at the bottom and you just hold it right here. And it shows you your blood sugar, 90, which is relatively good. I haven't been eating. And that's it. So and then we're both going to share what we've learned from this. But why don't you show them? So this phone is one of the latest iPhones. But if you don't have the latest version, you can do it a little different.
And I have the FreeStyle Libre. We don't work for the company, by the way.
We don't get anything from this, but we
just think it's important as a public health service thing. And I push a little button, and it will show there's a sensor, and it'll tell me to do something. I hope it shows up on the screen. And I just rub it across my arm. And I come back at 82. Sorry, Margie. I'm still kicking it.
Anyway, so we get our blood sugar readings, and you can see what everything does. And to me, I have a couple takeaways that I really want to share because I work with clients all the time on managing blood sugar. And now when you use this, you see, first of all, when you get your lab report, it shows you what your blood sugar is on fasting. It can be different every day. Every day my fasting blood sugar was different. So when you get that one value, it doesn't really mean that much because you want to see it over time. And so what I've learned is a couple things. The number one thing that seemed to bring my blood sugar up was fruit. So here I'm eating incredibly healthy berries, which is they're low glycemic, but I'm eating a fair amount of them. And what did that do to my blood sugar? Whoop, it raised it up. So what I did learn, which I tell my clients, is that you always want to modulate. When you eat fruit, you want to mix it with fiber, and you want to have some fat, and you want to have protein. So when I would have some nuts with the fruit and a smaller portion of fruit, my blood sugar really didn't go very high. So it was a huge, huge improvement. But portion size. So what I'm doing now is I'm having a much fewer amount of berries because I see that it really had my blood sugar go higher. The other thing that was so interesting was meditation. Every morning I do a meditation. So in the morning I would take my blood sugar, and after the 10-minute meditation, the blood sugar would really significantly drop, at least by 10. It was really interesting, the positive impact that meditation had on my blood sugar. And the third thing is exercise, that the days that I did exercise, which are most days, it really made a difference and it kept my blood sugar lower. So I think this is a great device because wearing it 2 weeks, you learn. You see what causes it to go up. You see what causes it to go down. And then you're in control. And I believe both of us are going to have much better blood sugar after that.
Well, one thing Margie didn't say was that you start to lose a little bit of weight.
Oh, yes.
Which is another thing. And I didn't necessarily need to lose any weight, but nevertheless, by watching it and seeing what happens when you eat food, you sit there and you modulate what you eat. And I eat healthy thanks to my wife, but I do go to the office and work as well. And sometimes there's little tempting treats there, like today. And I was curious what would happen if I had a small piece of cheesecake. And I like cheesecake. And regrettably, if you look at my numbers, which I'm going to do in a second here, you can see, if you can see or not, there's a hump in the middle for about 2 hours. And my sugar was over like in the 130s and 140s, which kind of is disappointing because I was hoping it would go down quickly so I could have more sweets. Same thing happened when I had like a quarter of a brownie. It went up to 150 and stiff for about an hour and a half, which really stunk because I do make cookies and I do like them, I have to confess.
And what about the iced tea? This was the one that really got us.
Yeah, I like getting iced tea from a local Panera, and I put a little agave in it sometimes in the black iced tea. And I think my sugars were staying up for a while afterwards as well, which is why my A1C number was also going up. So it's kind of re-educating me that, and that I can eat well. And when I eat well, like you just saw, my sugar is 82, and my fastings are really great. But if I don't eat well, I pay a price in the long run, which will be higher sugars. And unfortunately, sugars are going to create inflammation for your body and all kinds of unpleasant diseases later in life. And as a physician, I'm going to use this information to impart it to my patients as well, because I don't want them to think that by eating healthy is purely just, eating certain types of food. It's also quantity. It's also the fiber. I've been eating a few bananas, and I've been eating walnuts with them, thankfully, which seems to have modulated the effects of the banana. So this is an incredible education. I'm learning a lot. I really can't wait to take this thing off too, because almost too much knowledge, and you can almost feel like, gosh, I better just eat so perfect all the time. Otherwise, she's going to catch me.
And I don't want to take it off because I'm learning so much. I just find it fascinating and really able to see. I actually bought a piece of chocolate today that I'm going to have tonight because I wanted to see. I like dark chocolate, and that's my little go-to treat. And I want to see what that does to my blood sugar. But anyway, we just wanted to tell you that this is a great, and we don't work for this company or have anything to do financially with it.
But if you guys want to contact us, we'll talk to you.
Yeah, no, we're teasing. But it's just been so easy, and just such an easy way to monitor your blood sugar and really learn. But again, my biggest takeaway is when you have the fruit and have anything sweet, then have the fiber, have it with nuts, something with fat in it, and a little protein, and it will really make a big difference. Anyway, I think that's it.
That was it. Thank you very much for putting me on with you, Margie. I always look better when I'm with this beautiful woman. So.
Anyway, that's it for now. Bye, everyone.